Listen, I thought Liverpool played very well today. The 5-1 last year, I thought it could have been more than 5-1. And I obviously watching the game, I actually believed Liverpool were going to win the league straight away. I thought they were that impressive last year. You know, Liverpool are not going to reach those heights at this moment with the likes of Suarez not being there, Sturridge not being there. But you look, today, and he's spot on. It was definitely a step in the right direction, like it has been over the last couple of games. And yeah, I think he's right. Liverpool are definitely moving forward and definitely improving. 22
points from 17 games. No team with that total from the first 17 games has gone on to finish higher than 6th. Where are we with this Liverpool side in terms of where they can finish?
I feel it's going to be difficult for them to reach the Champions League. It's going to take an incredible run second half of the season, which they're capable of. They proved that last year. But I do feel, yeah, I feel with this season, that's going to be very, very difficult to reach.
Jamie, what do you think?
I think almost going to define what will define Liverpool's season is when Daniel Sturridge comes back. You know, I look and I watched them today, and we spoke about Raheem Sterling before the game. I think you lose so much of what he can do well by playing him in that central role. And don't get me wrong, he still can do it because he's a quality footballer. He's a young man that understands the game. But when you have Sturridge up there, it's a different proposition altogether. You know, Sterling is involved in the game intermittently today for me. He's not always in it. Whereas when he plays in a slightly reversed role, I don't know who you probably lose out the team with the system they played today, because I thought Lallana and Coutinho were exceptional, as Craig rightly says. But I just feel when Sturridge comes back in, Liverpool will be completely different. And I do expect them to play a lot better in the second half of the season. He mentioned the pitch there. I can't imagine he's going to be on the groundsman's Christmas
They're all out
list.
there. I think
oh, no, they won't be sending Brendan
There's 6 of them, I think,
Christmas
out
cards.
there.
That's after what he said there. But it's hard to say, because you know, when we look at that pitch, you say, that looks great, it looks really green. But sometimes when you're on it, it can be, you can get those little bubbles, etc. And when you want to play good football, it perhaps can't be conducive to it, because Arsenal struggled. But when you see Liverpool's position, it didn't really make that much of a difference.
He said they played well on it. Played well on a bad pitch, he said.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, you know, there's a lot of positives for me today for Liverpool. There really are. And I just feel once they get Sturridge back, and I don't know how long he's going to be. I know he's in Boston getting his treatment. There's so much pace in that side. But again, defensively, and I don't know what you do. I mean, you know, you paid £20 million for Lovren in the summer, hoping that he would be the answer, and I thought he would be. He just really struggled. But you can't just blame one person. There's so many different problems. You change the goalkeeper. That hasn't really seemed to work. He's still conceding goals. They've got to start working on the training field, and hopefully that comes to fruition on the pitch.
But Alan, when we look at their run coming up over the festive period, next up it's a trip to Turf Moor, Swansea, Leicester, and you look at those fixtures, it's potentially a run, they can get a run going on.
Yeah, potentially. Everybody's got their own issues, and none will be easy, as we know, in the Premier League. But it's about what Liverpool are doing, isn't it? And if they can continue on the upward curve, they're going to pick up some points. They're going to do better than they have in the first half of the season, I think. But, yeah, you look at that fixture list, and they should be fairly optimistic, I think, given the way that they've played in the last week.